Hello, legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 232, which is equivalent to how many days this podcast and the blog exist. Exactly 232 days. Some of you know already, some of you don't, that I am recording this audio at the same time as I do record the video for YouTube. So it kind of happened accidentally because I wanted to do some video update and I kept doing it for a couple of days already. So this is kind of milestone, I would say, for this for the video side of the podcast, because this is a 10th video update, and because YouTube introduced a section for podcasts on the channel. If you go to the Blunt Force Healing channel, you will see the videos, shorts, and there is also a section for community, which are kind of posts like on the Facebook or similar, and podcast section, which is kind of a separate playlist, but YouTube is using those special types of playlists to promote them better than the other content. So I wanted to mention that because you know that I was talking about building or growing a channel using YouTube Shorts, and this is fine. It's still the case, although I was recently a little bit short on shorts. I managed to do one, sometimes I think zero on certain days, but in exchange I was putting more of the I would say longer content, which is basically this video. So any update from YouTube when I upload it, I kind of skipped shorts. Sometimes I did one just to keep it going, but yeah, mea culpa. It's my definitely my fault that I didn't do more shorts, and it's visible on analytics, which I will post probably in the next day or two to show you how much does it cost the growth when you stop doing shorts and kind of go dormant for a little bit. YouTube doesn't like it, logarithm doesn't like it, and people don't like it, especially because it's all about people. So if people are not listening or viewing your content, then obviously YouTube will not be pushing it further. But I will go back to shorts in this week probably, but I wanted to keep up with the updates, and now we have a vlog type of thing, so video podcast, and that is ongoing, and I think I will keep it up because it just feels right. I'm repurposing the time, so I'm kind of doubling on time that I spend on recording the audio episode while also doing the video, and so far so good. It even gets views, which is quite hard to do unless you do like entertainment type of stuff. It's very hard to get views, especially at the beginning on long format of the videos. So if you fancy starting any podcast, I advise you to do so, regardless of how many views or listens you will have. It might be even zero, but just do it for yourself and start promoting it amongst family or friends, or just on Facebook or any other media. It doesn't matter how much views or listens it gets. the important thing is to start, because I know from my experience, and I've heard that many times attending other kind of courses or tutorials or different seminars or webinars around podcasts, that people struggle to start. And reasons are different for different people, but there is common theme that we always find excuses to not start recording podcasts. One person will say that they don't know where to start or what platform to choose. The other, they don't know what to talk about. The other one will say that they know what to talk about, but they don't want to put crappy content and they need to buy certain gear before they start, and it never happens. So I took advice after a long time, obviously, doing the same crappy excuses. I finally took advice that I heard so many times and just started. Whatever platform was first to choose, I started recording. And I was fortunate to get that suggested by WordPress in cooperation with Spotify, or Anchor at the time, to start recording my blog post. And this is what I did. On September 19, together with the blog, I started the podcast. And a couple of days ago, I started also recording videos. So now I have a blog and a podcast that is ongoing for 232 days, and a video podcast or vlog on YouTube that is now having 10 episodes. And I know they are crappy, they are probably even cringe, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. Of course, if I will not learn anything and won't start improving over time, and at the day 100, I will still be cringe on the video, then obviously it will matter because nobody will be watching it. But instead of being, I would say, disappointed about the fact that not many people view me on YouTube, and that probably applies to many other people that start podcasts or vlogs on YouTube, you should be actually happy. And I am happy, because those people that view your updates will be quite honest if they will say something negative. Remember that if people say something positive, they might be honest, but you'll never know. But if people say negative things, they are definitely truthful and they say exactly what they mean. So you can depend on honesty of the negative comments and improve on that. So that's actually a beneficial thing. But most people think about it as disappointing or upsetting and even depressing. But no, remember, it's a lesson. It's something that actually I've heard from other people that built over years their presence and brands, that they actually love haters, because the haters are people that help them to build that resiliency over the internet, help them to, by just being there and doing those kind of hate or being trolls out there, they actually train those guys to be more successful and to deal with that type of negativity. For once, they provide very honest feedback, because if you're crappy and you do some mistakes on the video, then they will point it out, and now you have honest feedback. You know what you're doing wrong, potentially, and you can fix it. But even the more often majority of those haters, turn to be fans in the future. So don't be scared of that being exposed, showing your face. Look at me. Me ugly face is still here. I don't care that much about it because I cared too much about my presence too long, far too long. And if somebody laughs, great. Actually, I made somebody laugh. Whatever the reason, I made somebody positively responding with emotions. So whether they are happy or they are just laughing at me, that's still much more positive than people crying or being upset. So if it's at my cost, quote unquote, it costs me nothing. I'm not a celebrity. I don't think I will ever be, but maybe. I just want to make sure that I build some form of authentic brand here and on other platforms so people know what I am about, what I deliver, and the authenticity that I want to always have, regardless of how many followers or likes will be flowing through those channels. At the moment, obviously, it's very easy to be humble because crickets, well, maybe not that bad. There's a lot of views on YouTube, but they are not specifically viewing me or my content that I say. Albeit a lot of quotes are definitely getting traction and even engagement, so this is cool. But just those single views and reads on the blog that you guys do, they are diamonds to me because they keep me going. I would probably still write or record even if it was totally quiet, but it would be much harder. Even though I started it and the whole purpose of it is to do it for myself, really, I just realized over time that I might keep saying that to myself, but yeah, I do it for others. I do it for you guys. And my ramblings and boring episodes that are plenty, I hope they show you, even if they don't deliver super value to you in terms of the content, I hope that they show you and provide value in that. If such a cringe person like me can deliver, being a long-time procrastinator and having troubles in keeping any routine or habit for longer than 30-40 days, guess what? Probably any person in the world can do that. And, it's a simple truth. So whoever listens to me and or reads my blog or listens and watches me here, if you ever planned to do anything in the area of blogging, podcasting, vlogging, please do start and make sure that you let me know, because whatever medium I have, I will follow your channels. I will help you to push further, because this is important to support each other. And, in the future, you might have a much bigger presence than me. We might totally split roads and go different ways, but the important thing is to support each other at the beginning. Because once you get the momentum. This is cool to go the other way and shake your hands and say, listen, this is my way now. You go your way, that's fine. But at least we did something good. And by we, I mean each and every one of you that will decide to start your own journey, be it a blog, podcast or vlog. So this is my message today. I think I wrote in the blog a little bit about AI and a kind of worrying pattern or theme that is happening in the technology space around scams and deepfakes, but I think that I don't want to repeat too much of the content, even on the same day across the channels. I always like to take a little bit of twist or even make the content a little bit different. So if you are interested in what I wrote about on the blog, obviously it is on the blog. You can head on to the blog quite easily. There should be the link to the blog post in the description of this episode. So feel free to go to bluntforcehealing.wordpress.com or just bluntforcehealing.com should work just fine. And you can read any posts and check out any other podcast episodes, because I always add links to the podcast in each and every episode, each and every post. Apologies, I'm quite tired because we just came, I think 20 or 25 past 10. It was already dark and we were still playing football with Julian. So yeah, he recovered very well and quickly, despite missing that one match, which, by the way, Drumbar won. So the guys managed to finish very well. Julian is happy to join them tomorrow on the training. But we used the weather, which was great today. This evening was amazing, and we kept playing. He was actually goalkeeping, and I kept trying to score with my random kicks towards the goal. So yeah, it was a nice evening. We also did a short walk with my wife, which was also nice to refresh my mind after standing in front of the computer for the whole day. But other than that, the day was quite work focused and dull, so I wouldn't have many updates in this area. But I keep up with the commitment, and the blog post I did well before 8 p.m. again, so we have a streak, and thanks to that I'm going to sleep at normal hours, which is great. Obviously there was one night that I didn't go to sleep recently, and that was the day where I came from Dublin, because I arrived after midnight, so that was already day gone by, and I couldn't obviously go to sleep early, but I still managed to quickly jump under the shower, get the shower, and go to sleep before 1 o'clock, so it was still a win in my opinion. I'm getting a very nice streak at the moment, and I feel better, definitely. It's that sleep, regular sleep, makes a difference. So yeah, I'll be wrapping up. Thank you very much for listening and watching, whoever is and wherever you are. I hope you have a great rest of the day, rest of the evening, or rest of the afternoon, and I hope to keep seeing you and delivering to you every single day. Spread the word if you think that somebody else would love to hear my ramblings or just check them out. Maybe we'll build a bigger audience together. And as I said, if you start anything in the area of blog, podcast, or vlog on YouTube, make sure you let me know. Thanks a lot for your time, and stay tuned for tomorrow.